up, y'all? It's your girl Raven Alexis here, and I am back with another video. So if you guys can tell by the title, this video is talking about how the FODMAP diet changed my mom's life. And here we have my mom herself.
Y'all, how you doing?
Yes, Miss B is in the building, y'all, and we're going to talk about how the FODMAP diet changed her life and things that you can just see if that's what you need for you. We recommend she's going to give you the explanations and everything like that and what she's done and, how did she even find out she needed to do the FODMAP diet.
Exactly.
And then we're going to go ahead and just let you guys know what the FODMAP diet is and everything else. And at the end, you guys will be seeing little videos and possibly little photos, especially photos, maybe videos of her at the end, just showcasing her results. And of course, you see her right now as of 2021, and we'll probably take it all the way back to like 2017ish if we can find.
I guess
If we can find 2017,
that's probably when I started working out and trying to change my life.
Right. So 2017,
of that nature. Not FODMAP, but just in general, other things.
Correct. So you guys will see how the low FODMAP diet actually changed my mom's life, and y'all, it has definitely changed. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this video about the low FODMAP diet. So, Ms. B, can you please explain to our audience what is the FODMAP diet?
I know.
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because when I first mentioned that I was about to start FODMAP, they was like, "What is that, Mama?
Right.
What are you doing now?" So, I have a little cheat sheet here. I'm just gonna explain it or give you the meaning of it. FODMAPs. It's really the acronym is FODMAP''S. FODMAP. And it's formidable oligosaccharide.
No, why did you put something in there?
I know, right? I'm going to be able to pronounce it. Oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. These are all short-chain carbohydrates that are poorly absorbed in the small intestine and are prone to absorb water and ferment in your colon. So that's giving you an explanation, kind of like a more of a chemistry.
That's like the definition.
The definition. Like
the correct terminology and the definition of what FODMAP actually is and what it does to your body. And like you said, it ferments in your colon.
in your colon.
Yeah. So I could just probably say I noticed that basically it seems like those sides is whatever that's what you take, and that's what ferments in your colon, correct?
The sides?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are compounds. They're like simple carbohydrates or carbohydrates in general. Sugars, simple sugars, complex sugars. Those are what settles in your colon. And if you are having an issue with irritable bowel syndrome, which I really didn't have an issue with that. Mine mainly was constipation, but we're gonna get more into that as far as the process and what happens.
All right, so that is the definition of FODMAP. Now, how and why did you start? Really and truly, how did you even like notice that your body needed to be like, I guess you need to research what was happening to your body, because most people don't research because they just say, I
try this, try that. Okay.
Yeah, it's this, it's this, it's that. So how did you even know that to look
well,
that up?
Well, first of all, I have been trying to figure out why I had a bloating in my stomach. So after so many years of going to the doctor, them saying, you have backed up bile, you need to take a colon cleanser, take this, take that, I would always have a buildup. So one day I decided, I think in the last year since we've been in quarantine, I decided to listen to my body. And after I started eating certain foods and realizing, this food makes my stomach swell. And I started swelling probably back in 2010, not knowing exactly what the problem was.
That's a long time.
Long time to be fat in your gut. And then you realizing why am I doing all these exercises and working out and my gut is still big. Y'all, you won't see the results, but I think I may have lost how many inches in like 3 months?
Oh my God, wish we would have had that. I think
well, I'm stuttering here. We do have that on record from where we measured ourselves in the waist.
I want to say it was like 5.
Yeah, 5 inches
like 5.
in 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 inches in 2 months from my gut. And it's still shrinking because now I'm realizing exactly what I need to eat, what I can't eat, what to avoid, and also how to, once I substitute or figure out elimination, how to add those foods back into my diet. But I'm going to go a little bit further into the explanation. I do have some notes that I wrote. And it's pretty much just explaining each individual saccharides. The oligosaccharides, they come in food like onions and canned foods. You know, guys, since the coronavirus, my rule of thumb and my suggestion to you guys, if it's processed, leave it in the store because it's not going to be good for your health anyway. And it also comes with, that particular complex sugar comes in beans, peas, cabbage, and whole grains. Who would have thought when we were eating
You would honestly
I
think.
did the Herbalife and we were eating whole grain pasta. Oh, I'm eating healthy.
Yeah, you would honestly think that, like you just mentioned,
Yeah.
I'm eating healthy, and it's like, that stomach, like,
Yeah.
nah, it's something else.
Yeah, my gut was telling me otherwise. Yeah. So being that I was constantly on certain regimens as far as dieting, exercising, none of that worked. None of that worked for me. I would see a change on the scale. How about this? I would go and I weigh myself on like a Wednesday. We were doing, I think, Herbalife at the time. Yeah.
Every Wednesday
Every Wednesday was weigh in. I weigh myself on a Wednesday, and I'm like, okay, I'm down a pound, 2. I'm happy. Work out, eat the nutritional diet they gave us, and then I would go back the next week and weigh myself again, and I would have gained 3 pounds. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm eating the healthy foods. I'm eating the broccoli, which is another high FODMAP food. No broccoli is in my diet right now. So there are things that you need to, I had to focus on as far as to figure out, first of all, what is causing my body to bulge? Why am I this weight one day and then the next 2 days I've gained 5 pounds?
Right.
And didn't know why.
So it was like basically you notice that you're, okay, so I guess for like the audience that's watching, it's when you notice your stomach is constantly swole.
And constipation is
constipated.
Terrible.
And you may just think it's constipation from just one certain food, and it may be a lot of foods that you're eating that's causing you to I guess you could say swell in your stomach. So if you're noticing and bloats and like you're bloating and you're in pain, or your stomach is just swollen all the time, and you're like, okay, my body is not, like, I'm not gaining like weight over the rest of my body, I'm just gaining weight in my stomach. I'm trying to figure out why is that the only thing right now that's swole. Right. And this is what the FODMAP does. If you have a low FODMAP diet, it tells you the foods that you're probably eating that is causing your body or your stomach to swell.
Right.
And like she mentioned, it's foods that you probably be like, what in the world?
I thought that was healthy.
Oh my
I
God.
thought that was good for me.
That's green.
Right.
And really and truly, yeah, it's green, but it's causing your stomach to swell. So like you mentioned, you said that you really noticed your stomach swelling. You decided to just, hey, let me go ahead and figure out why is my stomach swelling after I eat? Or
I think
why
I
is my stomach
Googled
swelling? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think I Googled what causes my stomach to swell if I'm not feeling like I'm constipated. And I know it's TMI, but that was a question I asked Google. And it started talking about FODMAP. I'm like, okay, what is this FODMAP?
Right.
So I did my investigation and found out that FODMAP pretty much is one of the things, the ingredients or the actual complex sugars that they have that will affect my body as far as what I eat and how I eat it, and then also in the elimination process. Like I was mentioning, the monosaccharides we find in foods that are like our fruits.
Yeah.
Who says that I love watermelon, but guess what? Watermelon doesn't love me and my body. So
you guys are gonna be shocked if
I had to eliminate watermelon.
You're gonna be shocked if that's the problem that you have, that you're noticing, and you want to just try out the low FODMAP diet to see if that works for you. You're gonna be shocked to see that, like, the items that you just cannot eat. And so then, like we were saying, I was gonna ask you, what did you change about like your lifestyle to notice. And you've kind of already answered it in the sense you eliminated the things that were high FODMAP.
High FODMAP, right.
And, you know, we probably would, if you want to, we can either list it a little sheet up here or we can talk about it and just have the sheet of things you cannot eat. And next video, she will do a video talking about how you can substitute those things. Because I know a lot of the times, even when it's healthy eating, we have a hard time substituting things that we love.
Right.
So like you may love chips, you have a hard time substituting the chips for something else. So I can only imagine how difficult it was and challenging to find substitutions for your FODMAP things, especially things that you think are like healthy. Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, like I have to switch this side. I got to switch this out. Right. And you think those are the healthier things. So I know next video we definitely will talk about the substitutions that she has had to do for her body to look different and to change.
Exactly.
And to be healthy and be able to walk and just be able to just fully feel good
and feel good inside, and also have the feeling of me feeling good on the outside. One thing I was going to say, we talked about how did I do it, or what was the process. Elimination. So it's almost like having to learn how to pick foods out again. So I had to eliminate pretty much everything from my diet.
Yeah.
And then I started adding foods back in to see what effect it had on my body.
All the way down to you had to eliminate gluten and you had to eliminate dairy.
I forgot about the gluten. Yes. Okay. You know, there is a phase, or was a beginning of the phase of gluten-free. Everything was gluten-free in the store. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know, gluten, okay, I can deal with not eating that, not eating this, not eating that. But then when it comes to gluten-free, but FODMAP, also, on top of that, it's almost like, well, what am I going to eat? That's really what I felt like. Okay, well, y'all are going here, y'all are going there. Okay, well, what am I going to eat? So that was one thing that I had to overcome because, like Raven said, there are substitutions out there. Y'all, you can eat anything you want to eat because I just found out there's a new product, and I'll share with you in another video that they actually put on the shelf probably in the last 3 months.
Right. 3 months, yeah.
To assist us as FODies. That's what we call ourselves, I guess, in that little community.
The FODies.
The FODies. FODY''S. That's what they got us named as.
And like we were saying, also I just thought about something. Sometimes like we would go to, let's think about like burgers, right?
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, she has the low FODMAP and then she has the gluten-free. She did the gluten-free thing just to get a feel of what her body was telling her. She kind of started from like the ground up.
Right.
And I know that sometimes you may think I'm going to just go vegan. And like we already mentioned, you cannot, we already know you cannot have certain vegetables. So when it's going vegan or trying to eat healthy and things like that, it's the ingredients in the item that means everything.
Everything. Mushrooms. No longer can have mushrooms. Now, the elimination of the mushrooms, the watermelon, and everything that I eliminated, I could try to add it back, but little bit at a time to make sure that my body is responding in a way that it needs to respond. But I tried to add asparagus back, and it didn't work.
Right. So like the list that we're gonna the list that we're gonna show on the screen will be showing the items that you can eat. And like she said, it's the fact that what you need to do is, and what she did was she eliminated dairy, she eliminated gluten, and then she eliminated everything that was a high FODMAP item.
Right.
So she eliminated all those things, and as you go on and see that your body, hey, my body is not swelling anymore, then you start to add new things. Like you add the things kind of back. Insy, teensy, weensy at a time, and you're able to see which one.
That's true.
You're able to
That's
see which ones
true.
Your body literally cannot take. So like she mentioned, she eliminated everything, and then one day she added back asparagus, and it was like, oh, absolutely
it was a horrible experience.
So, so some things is not, you're not gonna. I forgot to mention this part. You're not gonna strictly go low FODMAP and just take everything out.
No, you're not.
Some things you're gonna be able to gradually bring back into your diet, but you want to make sure you know the items that are basically causing the problem.
Causing the problem. And I'm just gonna give you a little more insight. Honey, you would think that would be good to put in your teas. No honey. And then also, I mentioned mushrooms.
Right.
We already know mainly, don't eat the candies, the chocolates, all that. That's just a regular diet. So you wouldn't eat the chocolates and the candy and the sodas or anything like that. But mainly the main thing is,
well, I
making sure
guess
you pay
like really and
attention.
truly, I guess like with it's called the low FODMAP diet, but it's not technically a diet. It really would have to be a lifestyle due
life
to the fact
change.
that what it does to your body.
Right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Of course, substitute the milk chocolate for dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate,
You know,
right.
substitute those things. But like she mentioned,
In
you would think-
moderation.
in moderation.
In moderation.
But you wouldn't think that you would have to substitute honey
Honey. Yeah.
for something else.
Yeah.
Like, of course, you don't need to have syrup have honey, but you wouldn't
think about substituting honey.
Yeah.
And maple syrup will only be in moderation, because that also has the polyols, which is the P. And I found that out just by doing my research a couple of months ago, that having a lot of maple syrup is not good, but it is a little bit healthier and more healthier for my gut than honey.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy that you had to like figure it out. But we made this video, and I think you wanted to make this video. She came to me and she was like, "Hey, Raven, I want to tell people about the low FODMAP diet, because the thing about it is I was struggling and I thought it was me, just whatever. It was like, you know, hey, I'm working out and I'm eating good and I'm
drinking
still
water.
I'm getting my rest in, and I'm still swollen in my stomach. What is the problem?
What is going on?
With her finding out the solution to that, she wanted to make sure she shared that solution with anyone out there that's having that same issue. Like I said, it's not a diet per se. It's called the low FODMAP diet, but it's not a diet. It's more so of a lifestyle because the foods are causing your stomach to swell. Right. And maybe as you age, it may not do that anymore. You know,
as you
age, as your body renews
and you
go through changes, it might not affect you anymore. But you definitely want to bring it in moderation, like she mentioned, just to see if that affects your body or not. Is there anything else you want to tell them? I think you kind of went over.
Well, I would just want to read this part here. It just says, whether you get symptoms will probably depend on the amount of polyols or any type of simple carbohydrates you consume. What else you have eaten with it. So it means that if you want to start the eating the low FODMAP, consider if you see that there's a difference, there's a change, and you're like, okay, well, I see a little different, but I'm not. Look at everything you've eaten that day. And then also whether you have had other FODMAP, high FODMAP ingredients or high FODMAP foods, whatever that day.
I mentioned ingredients, right? Okay, so here we are, you guys. Here we go. Now, we like to season our food, okay?
Oh, you're right.
Now.
Garlic.
Right.
I forgot about that.
It's also in the seasoning. So when you make your food and you're like, I didn't have no onion today. Well, baby, you probably had that onion powder or that onion salt. And
or that garlic powder.
That's the onion. Yeah. So, I didn't have this today. Well, check the ingredients on the back of that box. So check the ingredients on the back of that package and see what was in that item, because it's the like I said, it's the hidden ingredients and the ingredients in the items. Like for instance, your coffee creamer.
My coffee creamer.
It has every side that is to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
every
I'm drinking this
oligosaccharide, monosaccharide, disaccharide. I mean, every ride, like she said.
Every ride there, like I said, every ride that there is to have.
And even lactose free is not always. If you're lactose free, it's not always FODMAP healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like
I would say
it's a no-win situation, but for future videos, I'm going to show you the win-win situation in this, because I love to eat.
Right.
And I have not stopped eating.
No.
That's the key.
Just change how she ate. And honestly, y'all, some of the things that she's been eating, I've been like, ooh, let me try this.
Exactly.
She's introduced me to things. I'm like, yes, I love this. Let me try this. Let me try that. And it even has me just wanting to see, you know, if my body even, because I have a hard time. I mean, I can listen to my body, but when it comes to that certain things, I eat, and I eat healthy and things like that. But some things I may eat may make my stomach swell. And so it even had me wanting to see about eliminate everything and then trying it. Right. I have, and I've noticed certain things that may not be as good for my body and some things that may be good. So it, like I mentioned, it has helped me, and you guys are going to see the results of how it helped her.
Right.
I'm
excited.
I think the best thing about it is doing something and receiving the results from it, and then coming back to tell other people about it.
Exactly.
That's by far the best thing.
Exactly.
That's the purpose of this whole video, is to inform you on, hey, if your stomach is stuck on swole, then
stuck on swole.
If your stomach
and
is
you
stuck on
and you
swole,
don't know why, you have no reason, no
right,
legitimate
and you don't
reason
know why your
Mm-hmm.
stomach is stuck on swole, then it might just be that you need
The
to go
foods
into a
that
low
you're
FODMAP
eating.
diet.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true.
So, yeah, y'all, that's really and truly. Did you
That's
have?
it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gave a little disclaimer.
I did.
I'm gonna make sure we have that in the description. The disclaimer is in the description of this video.
Right.
So, all we're saying is, hey, another disclaimer: we're not
chemists. I'm not a dietitian.
Nutritionists.
None of that.
We're just here to let you guys know what works for her. And the thing about it is, we're not telling you to go into your kitchen and mix up 50 ingredients and drink it, and you're gonna be able to do this, that, and the third.
Exactly.
So all we're saying is, hey, check out that onion, check out that garlic, and check out that broccoli.
Listen to your body. try it out. I mean, it took me a week to realize certain things I had to eliminate, and then now I've been FODMAP for, oh my goodness,
almost a year.
Yeah, it has been almost a year.
Yeah, because it was like right after we moved here
is when I started listening.
Really and truly,
the
like
pandemic.
The pandemic, and then right after we moved here, you started listening. Because before the pandemic, it was on a go, and nobody really was paying attention.
Exactly. I was eating
everything.
everything.
You was just like, I'm hungry. I'm eating Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
I'm gonna give me
really
Chick-fil-A,
and truly,
yeah,
you can get Chick-fil-A sandwich. You want Chick-fil-A sandwich, but you might not can do the bun. You might have to get gluten-free bread.
Gluten-free bread.
So
right.
really, it's
so
all about
you
listening to your body and knowing. Or like I said, if you have the guts and you have the ability to say, hey, I'm going gluten, dairy, and I'm doing low FODMAP, and then I'm just going to introduce it easy, teensy, at a time.
Right.
Go for that and see how your body reacts to
works.
those items.
Yeah.
What would you say? This is my last question, then we're going to let y'all go. Mm-hmm. What would you say, let's say if somebody just eliminated everything, right? And what do you say the time frame of knowing if it is a good thing or not? Like for your asparagus experience.
For my
asparagus experience. Yeah. How did you
my asparagus experience, I think I eliminated it for 21 days.
Okay.
I don't think we had it for dinner for almost like a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to reintroduce it back into my diet. I did it, and then instantly.
Oh wow.
That night.
Instantly
that night. I was like, oh my God. My stomach is like swollen. It's pain. What's going on? Then I had to track what I had eaten, and then it came down to it. Oh, it was the asparagus.
Okay,
so that's how I
instantly you may have instant change. You also you may have 3-day change. Like I said, look it up, y'all. We're not dietitians. We're not the people that made this FODMAP diet up. We didn't make this up. It's on Google.
It's on Google.
And so I definitely say look at it and see. But hers instantly.
I realized it. Yeah.
You might just have 3 days, 7 days, and you'll have to track back. So also track what you're eating, so that you can make sure that.
That's one thing too. Have like a diary. I used to use, or I still use, my Fitness Pal. Yeah. And sometimes you can go ahead and take a screenshot of whatever you're eating or put it in the system, and you'll be able to track what happened when you ate this, that, and the third. And then that way you'll be able to know if that caused it or if something else that you did that day may have caused it.
Right.
But it's water retention, which also causes weight gain, and also irritable bowel syndrome. If you do have that issue, constipation is another part of the irritable bowel syndrome. So all of that goes into hand one as far as when you come to your diet, and it's mainly it's dealing with your gut, your intestine. It's not dealing with your stomach per se. It's how it's digested in your intestines, and then how it goes in and how it comes out. All of that is going to help you as far as when you do the elimination process to see what foods you need to keep and what foods you need to eliminate.
All right, y'all. Well, like she just said, we're going to show you guys the results right now. And, this is the end of this video. Like I said, stay tuned for the results at the end. Right. And we will talk to you guys later when we talk about the substitutions and everything else. And we just here. We have gained results, and she has gained results, and our family has gained results in so many aspects of our lives. And so now it is time to share the results with
the people.
With the people. But also with the, what's it called when you, I'm trying to be all hard and I forgot what to say. What is it called when you, receipts. With the receipts.
Yeah, with the receipts. You gotta have the receipts.
with
have
the receipts.
So
Okay.
it's not like you're gonna see, oh, Miss B, that's what they call me. Miss B's stomach shrunk, and this is what. No, I'm gonna have the scale. You're gonna see the weight. You're gonna see the weight on the scale when we did the military diet.
Right.
Drastic change. Drastic change.
You can go back to that video and watch that video of the military
Exactly.
diet. But you're going to see the receipts. You're going to see the before and the after, and not just the after, because this is hard work and this is some real life researching. And so to make that easier for you guys, we just wanted to give you guys this video on if you have the swollen stomach and it's dealing with your intestines, or you constipated, everything else, check out the low FODMAP diet.
Check it out.
And just see how that works for you in your life. And if it works, or if you're watching this video and you've already done the low FODMAP diet, please
comment.
Leave a comment down below. Let
I would
us
love
know
to hear
how
it.
your
I would
life
love
has
to hear
changed.
it. Yes.
And I think that's it for this video,
That's
y'all.
That's it. Thank you guys
right.
for watching.
This Miss B, low FODMAP, baby, changed her life. Look at her now, glowing, honey.
Yes.
All right, we will see you guys in our next video.
All right, bye.